Oh my god. Oh dear. Yeah, we gotta put on the news music.
Knock knock his knuckles.
Bro, there's news that I didn't think that I would be sharing. I did not think I'd be sharing this. But apparently, Phil Spencer is retiring. And I think you already saw it, Argus. I think you already saw it. But being replaced, I don't know if this was his doing, but being replaced by an AI executive who joined Microsoft in 2024. I don't know what time in 2024. They could have the full 2 years, but holy crap, Phil Spencer is gone. What's up, Andy? Dude, what is happening? So not only Phil Spencer. No, not an AI, but an AI, an executive who works with AI. So in this case, let me see if I can pull it up on Twitter. Oh, and I found this. I bookmarked it, but like 10 years of being a millennial and 10 years of being a millennial is Chrono Trigger, Majora's Mask, and Resident Evil 4, and I think that's the GameCube version. And then you got Zoomers who played Fortnite for 10 years, which is kind of funny. But let me... Here it is. So, Phil Spencer is retiring. Sarah Bond departs as Microsoft AI exec takes over. Her name was over here, but I think I got the article here. Yes, Asha Sharma is her name. And no thanks, get away from me. And she is basically she has no gaming experience whatsoever. None whatsoever. Today marks an exciting new chapter for Microsoft Gaming as Asha Sharma steps into the role of CEO, and I want to be the first to welcome her in this incredible team. Working with her over the past several months have given me tremendous confidence. She brings genuine curiosity, clarity, and deep commitment to understanding players, creators, and all that, you know, fluff crap. She is a very good yes man. That's what it really means. Yeah, she has no gaming experience. No gaming experience, hasn't been in, like, I'm pretty sure she's coming off from Microsoft, like that side, and not Xbox. She'll be replaced by a whole AI. That would be that would be funny. I'm not gonna lie, that would be funny. But this is what's happening. This right here. This is what's happening, and I'm pretty sure and I think Legendary Drops is talking about it right now. I think he's streaming right now. But I think this was bound to happen, to be honest. People said that Phil was actually on his way out anyway. He was going to retire anyway, and there was like there has to be like certain reasons why he's departing, but retiring right now after like what 38 years, not really too sure. But it's been a while. It's been a ride. He's being replaced by an AI executive, as in real person, but worked with AI. Basically, they're this is, what is it? Yep. Microsoft AI executive. So in Microsoft, she was an AI executive. Now, we have no idea who this person is. We can't make a real judgment on it. But coming from an AI executive, coming from that point from Microsoft, does not bode well for the typical gamer, in my opinion. And I'm not really giving, or I don't really want to give benefit to the doubt for Microsoft after what they've been doing for years now. This is different. This is different. Sony is next. Sony already made a problem. They already did something stupid. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, I saved some quotes from Gabe Newell, just to remind us exactly like what's going on here. His take on game piracy. I don't know if I should play that one, but
What's Valve's take on piracy?
Piracy to us. So we
You
don't
want
really
Nintendo
worry
gone
about
now?
piracy.
Who
when
knows
you
what will happen,
when
you know?
Look at the top 10 issues on our list.
want them to
at any
change.
given point in time. Piracy is almost never, something that's on that list. And the reason that we think that we don't have issues with piracy is that there's misconceptions in the industry about what piracy is, right? There's assumption that what is piracy? Piracy is that people want to steal stuff from you, right? That they don't want to pay any money.
Wow.
They want to get your content. But when you look at the fact that these people have
already talked about it.
PCs, and they're spending $50 a month US more on their internet connections, clearly they're willing to spend money. So
See?
From our point of view, what we saw more and more is that piracy is the result of bad service on the part of game companies. So an example where that was really clear is Russia, right?
I'll get to
Everybody in the
you know
United
what?
States
That is a talking
knows
point there,
that
Andy.
Russians are pirates, right? So there's no point in localizing your game. There's no point in making your product available in Russia because all they'll do is pirate it. When the reality is that the pirates in Russia were actually doing a much better job than the games companies themselves in localizing the product and making it available. So if I wanted the product and I didn't want to wait 6 months to get the product, and if I wanted it in Russian, I was going to have to go to a pirate simply because I couldn't get it any other way. And as soon as the product became available at the same time that it was available in Australia or the UK or the United States, and it was localized in Russia, all of a sudden our piracy problems in Russia disappeared. So it really is a question of viewing yourself as...
How does this man know the market so well back in 2009? And he saw piracy in a different way.
You provide the best possible service to your customers, and pricing really is one of the less important...
Oh, it's like if you treat your customers well, give them fair pricing, do well to give them, something without feeling like something's being taken away from them, people will stick around. It's like the man knew what he was doing when he made Steam.
Aspects of that whole equation. People are happy to pay money if they're getting what they perceive as a great product delivered on their terms. This is an example where
my
all
God.
the copy protection schemes go in exactly the wrong direction. They're actually negative service, right? Suddenly I don't know if this product... So as a customer, what I want is, I want my content on any device at any point in time with a lot of security, right? I don't want to have to worry when I buy a new PC that I won't be able to play a game that I've paid for. And then with copy protection, you're suddenly like, okay, if I reinstall my operating system, will I be able to play this game? If I buy a new PC, will I be able to? If I go over to my friend's house, will I be able to do it? So if you solve the real problem, which is, hey, I can go over to my friend's house and play the game. I can be in a cyber cafe on vacation on holiday, and I can play my game. And I can buy new PCs and never have to worry about backing this up or restoring backups or anything like that. Oh, that's great. Then I'm much less likely to get a pirated version. Copy protection makes it less likely that that's going to be the case. And higher service platforms like Steam or other ones that are coming out make you more confident. So when you attack the problem that way, by improving the service component of the experience rather than through copy protection, which reduces the service component, copy protection is actually going to increase. I mean, there's anecdotal evidence that this is the case, that copy protection actually increases rather than decreases the piracy of games.
It's because it kind of encourages people to try to find another way to enjoy the thing that they want to enjoy. So they go through piracy. It's not like people don't want to officially own something. right? Like a game, they're more than willing to pay money, you know. Hey, what's up, Rio? But yeah, I just wanted to show that quote. And then
list, and you're like, explain to me why that's interesting. In the real world, I have to write up lists of stuff I have to go to the grocery store to buy. And I've never thought to myself that realism is fun. I go play games to have fun. And so we had to come up with some notion of what fun was. The degrees to which the game recognizes and responded to the player's choices and action. If I go up to a wall and shoot it, to me, it feels like the wall is ignoring me. I'm getting a narcissistic injury when the world is ignoring me. So you have to have this sense of the game acknowledging and responding to the choices and actions and progressions that you've made. Otherwise, it loses any sort of impact.
basically, is the game fun? And in a lot of cases, that is a no. But let me stop. Okay. But yeah, this has been crazy. We were just going to talk about PlayStation CEO being brutally slammed because they got rid of Bluepoint, and Bluepoint is the same team that did a bunch of remakes, including Dark Souls. So, excuse me. They do really good remakes, but they got rid of them for whatever reason. I'm sure Yong is going to talk about it. It was 23 minutes. So, you know what? I'll post it in the chat so that you guys can check it out yourselves. But Andy did pull up a point. Where was it? What did he say? I think it was about Nintendo. He said want Nintendo to be gone. There's no changing them. Too set in the old Japanese business stooge mentality. They had so many opportunities to change, but they keep doubling down. They know people will buy their shit. They have no economic reason to change. Exactly right. Now, oh yeah, okay, so he was talking about Gabe after that. Handful of people who refuse to pay for a game, few and far between. But when companies like Ubisoft are adamant in stating that players are not allowed to own their games that they purchase, then it's not really stealing to pirate their games, which is kind of funny. There's this saying going around like, you know, if buying something isn't, yeah, if it's buying something is not owning it, then piracy is not stealing, is what they're saying. I don't know. It's somewhere along the line of that. But right now, things is just looking a little weird for both PlayStation and Xbox. Xbox getting an Microsoft AI exec for a new CEO. And Bluepoint, sorry, I was about to say Blue Protocol. Holy crap. No, I have not played the game. No, this isn't denial. I have not played the game. You don't have proof that I've played the game. But Bluepoint is gone. And just to give y'all a visual of just Bluepoint, all right? So Bluepoint Games. So all the games that Bluepoint has made, right? So let's see. There's Demon's Souls, Shadow of the Colossus, Gravity Rush Remaster, Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, Metal Gear Solid, the HD collection, the Ico and Shadow of Colossus collection, the God of War collection. I don't know what the fuck a Blast Factory is. But all these other games I own in some form or fashion, and I've played in some form or fashion. All of them basically being like the definitive edition, the definitive versions of the games. They supported PlayStation All-Star, Rust in Peace, Flower, Titanfall, and God of War Ragnarok. So, and they did good work in Ragnarok. I know that for sure. Let's go, Blue Protocol. Logan, let's go. I don't play the game. I'm not playing the game. I have not played the game. You can't prove that I've been playing the game. Oh my gosh. Blast Factory is not important. It's not a collection. True. But the point is, they did a lot of remakes and remasters, I should say. A lot of remasters and put collections together. All of which they have touched were all pretty good. right? All of the the Gravity Rush remaster is on my PS5, and I love it. The Nathan Drake collection was really good. Shadow of the Colossus obviously is really good, but they also for the classics they brought back Ico and put it together with Shadow of the Colossus. But Shadow of the Colossus, I think this is a remaster, right? Or yeah, it's a remaster, not a remake. They didn't remake Shadow of the Colossus. They did remake Demon Souls. So think about that for a second. And they did a great job with doing Demon Souls. I think I said Dark Souls too. I don't know. Hopefully I got that right. Hopefully I didn't say Dark Souls. But so 2 former Retro employees who have worked on Metroid Prime Studio First Blast Factory. They worked on Metroid Prime. That's something. That really is something. I'm gonna be honest with you. They do good work. But now it's gone. I don't know what the plan is for Blue Point. Oh no, Andy O'Neill, Marco. I didn't know O'Neill died. So O'Neill died in 2019, age 47. By August, Blue Point had hired several other former Retro staffs, notable hires. Okay. Oh, I didn't know O'Neill died. Roughly 70 employees. 26 confirmed the closure of Blue Point coming this week. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe Young Yaz videos long, so I don't really want to watch it, but
people are still reeling at the fact that Blue Point got shut.
We're watching Andy. Andy, you're doing a good job, man. You're doing a good job putting out that game news. I mean, it's either you or it's your brother.
Down by Sony and PlayStation, which feels like one of the dumbest decisions they could have made, given the potential that Blue Point has to shine under Sony and PlayStation's leadership if you give them the right project. I mean, Demon Souls Remake is a testament to their capabilities, combined with all the other remasters and remakes that they've worked on.
I can grow luscious facial hair.
Metal Gear Solid HD
He just shaves. What are you talking
or
about?
whether it's, Shadow of Colossus remake, so on and so forth. Jason Schreier broke the news via news outlet Bloomberg, talked about how 70 employees were laid off, and how prior to their shutdown, they were working on a God of War live service that was...
Ooh, God of War live service. I don't know how that would have worked out.
Canceled by Sony and PlayStation, and it was shortly thereafter that, as they searched for the next project for Blue Point...
Oh, so that's the power level? Is that how we're addressing power levels? How much Mongolian blood you have within you? The more Mongolian you are, the more your facial hair can come out. Is that what we're doing?
To work on, they eventually decided that they needed to cut costs and that Blue Point of all studios had to go complete nonsense. And the reaction
Genghis
online has
lineage.
been disbelief,
You know what? I won't touch
bafflement,
that.
as well as ire and fury. In fact, Sony and PlayStation, having sensed this, they actually went radio silent on social
Seems like
media
something
for
I cannot
some time
touch.
as the backlash began. If you go to PlayStation's Twitter page, for example, you'll find that they haven't posted anything since February 19th, and there's a social media page that literally posts on a daily basis multiple times. You can see right here, February 18th, multiple posts. February 17th, as we scroll further down, multiple posts. They post regularly. Their radio silence is actually quite rare. And that had in large part to do with the fact that this tweet went up shortly after the announcement that Blue Point would be shut down. Them promoting Marathon, a live service.
Oh my god, what if that was an actual power level?
Shut down because Sony is more focused on live service endeavors. And they also set Blue Point up for failure by signing them the God of War live service that they canceled, giving Blue Point a project that they didn't really specialize in, and then blamed them for it because after their business reviews, Blue Point just wasn't meeting whatever expectations they wanted Blue Point to meet. Now, it is worth highlighting that based on an investigation recently conducted by Detective Seats, who spoke to sources within Blue Point, former employees and whatnot, this God of War live service was initially pitched by Blue Point to PlayStation during their work on God of War Ragnarok as their next game. But in part, this was influenced by the fact that Sony and PlayStation wanted to do live services. So this was the pitch that Bluepoint made that got approved. During development, Bluepoint realized they were way in over their heads, missing various deadlines, and results being less than ideal enough that Sony eventually decided that they needed to shut the project down. Then they tried to pitch multiple projects to PlayStation, but those were turned down. And with nothing happening with Bluepoint, eventually PlayStation decided to shut down the studio. Not to mention, Bluepoint kept bleeding talent because they had nothing to do because God of War live service failed and because their pitches kept getting turned down. And so while sure, some could argue that Bluepoint was the one who pitched this God of War live service, it was under this kind of overall mandate to push for more live services within PlayStation Studios as a whole. And the fact that Sony and PlayStation greenlit Bluepoint taking on a God of War live service when they've never made a live service, with a source straight up saying that while the project sounded good, we really should not have been doing a live service game. It was out of the norm for us and our bandwidth. With Sony and PlayStation not having the foresight to assign Bluepoint something different,
This is info right here.
specialize in my opinion, Sony and PlayStation played an equal part in the downfall of Bluepoint, and them not giving Bluepoint the ability to ship something else, to work on something aside from the God of War live service, something that they're better at, be it remakes and whatnot. And some of those were pitched. 2 of the projects that they pitched were, in fact, remakes. The fact still remains the same that Sony and PlayStation ultimately still mishandled Bluepoint after their acquisition. We're just seeing.
Honestly, I think that might just be enough to figure out like what the heck is going on. Bluepoint was basically encouraged to pitch a new live service game because Sony was focusing on live service, as they would, and so they pitched a God of War live service, which is something they have never done before. So they kind of messed themselves up. But Sony didn't even give them another chance, shutting down the project, shutting down the studio. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is again a problem with big company, corporate, and AAA. Up there's, trying to push certain things so that certain games would be created. And what they were going after was a live service type of game again. I don't know what game is being brought out by Sony recently. I don't know what game they're trying to showcase recently. They did have their PlayStation Showcase, but I don't think any of the games they showed was live service. Now I think about it. It's more specifically with large and publicly traded corporations. Yes. Yeah, and then there's always the investor factor when it comes to like whether or not they want a game to be made. I mean, Sony came out with a direct, right? And it wasn't even bad. In fact, there was a lot of good single player, multiplayer games within that PlayStation Direct. It wasn't even bad. It was good, actually, in my opinion. Yeah, the investors coming in and actually putting in their 2 cents. You should never allow an investor to start pitching ideas when it comes to a product. And you don't really want them to have any kind of creative points or any kind of inclusion in any of the projects, because usually they just mess things up. But sometimes it's also the leaders, the CEOs who are just pushing certain things. Like Sony was pushing for live service. I'm pretty sure Bluepoint stepped up to say, hey, we could do that. Bluepoint was in over their head. So half of the reason why they're at this point is it's their fault. But the other half is Sony for pushing it. Yeah, all that. You were right about that. All that is influence, corporate structure, is really kind of like, you know, investors coming in wanting their returns. But like, it's a sad day to see Bluepoint being terminated like this. Like, I don't know what to say other than really the CEO is facing backlash, but he's only probably doing what he is supposed to do, I guess, at this point. It's kind of baffling that he wouldn't just shut down the project and push Bluepoint to another project, but instead he shuts down the studio as well. Like, that doesn't really make any sense. Like, why, if Bluepoint has been making good products and their track record has been good so far, this one project that they certainly did fail at, do you not think that you should put their strengths to use? Right? I mean, sure, you can make them do another remaster remake, but they've been wanting to make their own game the entire time, from what I've heard. And now they don't have that chance. That's like 70 people gone. And it was a more focused, 70 people was a more focused group. So you know that they were putting in the work. You know that they could do it. What was sales though? Quality may have been good, but sales could have always fallen below expectation with each of their release right now. Well, so I'm pretty sure Demon's Souls sold very well. I'm pretty sure Shadow of the Colossus sold very well. Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection sold very well. I know for sure Metal Gear Solid, the HD collection, sold extremely well. Right. It is about the return of investment, I guess. But like, let's just say, did the Demon Souls remake sell well? Yes, the Demon Souls remake in 2020 sold well, exceeding 1.4 million units within the first 10 months. But what did... Yeah, actually, you're right. What did Sony think about that? 1.4 million units is not a lot for corporates and companies, right? And that's the first 10 months. So, I mean, what about... The successful, critically acclaimed remake led Sony acquiring Bluepoint. Oh, okay. So it was technically a success. Mentioned it surpassed 1.8 million copies by early 2022. While not reaching the heights of mainstream multi-platform blockbusters, the performance was strong for a niche genre. So it was technically strong for what it was, which is the reason why Sony acquired Bluepoint. Honestly, Bluepoint should have stayed as a contractual gaming studio. It's a lot safer that way, instead of being acquired by a big company. Sure, that's a lot of money, but they should have stayed contractual. Here's proof why you should stay contractual. So anybody know about this company here? Sora Limited. So Sora Limited, founded by Masahiro Sakurai, and it's just him and his wife. Now, Sora Limited is a contractual gaming company, video game developing company, just two members, him and his wife. And what they do is more on the line of production development, and not like doing the actual DB down of development and being behind a computer, but more or less planning and production. But that would have also been at the time when they were competing with other companies like Microsoft and buying up trusted developer companies. That's also true, but I think at that point, since Demon Souls was exclusive to the PlayStation, there was like probably some sort of deal in there in the background. So acquiring Bluepoint, who has been dealing with mainly Sony and PlayStation this entire time, because they were probably being hired and contracted through various points from PlayStation, has probably put them on the map and as a target by Sony for quite a while. I was gonna say I remember the name, but forgot who was part of the company. So Masahiro Sakurai separated from Nintendo only to make his own company so that he could be contracted, which was a very smart decision because contracts allows for a bit more freedom and a set date. That set date allows you to properly plan yourself on whatever project you're in. I should know I've been in plenty of contracts before, and I have plenty of projects that I've done before. And when the project was done, you get your pay, your final pay, and whatever pay comes after if the project went out well. Usually Megacorps only buy smaller ones to ensure another competitor wouldn't get their hands on the dev company. That is a case, but I don't think that was it for Bluepoint. I think Bluepoint was already a target for Sony. There must have been like some sort of dealings or talks between the two companies in the first place. I don't think Microsoft had their eye on Bluepoint at any point or at any reason whatsoever. I don't know. There's a lot that we don't know about that. Can't really make an assumption here. So that's neither here nor there, though. Microsoft could easily come in and buy them. Not in a total standpoint. There has to be agreements to it. They can't just come in and buy a company unless they're open for that to happen. I believe they acquired, right? It said that they acquired them. So there was a deal. Does it say acquired? If they were acquired, then that means that there was a deal. Because being bought out is different than being acquired. Difference here is that Microsoft bought out Mojang, right? Or not Mojang, sorry, Activision Blizzard through a deal for sure. But that deal was basically saving their asses, and they bought them. I'm sorry, I'm misrepresenting. Sorry, they acquired Activision Blizzard. There was a deal behind there, and Sony acquired Bluepoint, so there was a deal. Talking about that, I just forgot that Sora was the company he made. Yeah, if we're gonna, Sora is like the best representation when it comes down to a contractual, very stable video game developer or development company that has pretty much a legend behind it, which is Masahiro Sakurai and his wife. And he has a good track record. So any contract that you can get with Sora Limited, he will most likely go above and beyond with the project, just like he did for Kirby Air Riders. There's a buyout. I said buy, as in make the deal to acquire the company. But good point, though. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think Bluepoint was on Microsoft's radar, to be honest, because Bluepoint worked so close with Sony. So there had to have been a deal behind closed doors that we don't know. But I get your point. So Microsoft was definitely going around doing the Tencent thing. Well, more or less buying outright and acquiring outright rather than putting stakes into a company. Tencent is more or less putting their grubby little hands on everything and just like, I touched that. I touched that company. I got stakes in that one. I got stakes in that one. So they're being a little bit more frugal, which is kind of funny to say, about what they're doing. They're not acquiring. They are, I guess you could say, taking stakes, becoming a part of, I guess you could say. I want Monolith Soft free from Nintendo. Were they acquired? I don't remember. If they were acquired, then Monolith Soft, were they acquired? Japanese video game company. Oh, they were acquired. Oh, they were purchased. Okay, so there's a difference there. Monolith Soft was purchased. So that is an example of if they were purchased, then there was a deal somewhere along the line. I don't know if Molotov was an open company, because if they were open company and they got bought out, that would be different, but they were purchased. So there was a deal between hands. So, okay. That's crazy. Purchased. Wait, what? Somebody said thank you? Somebody said thank you to them? Who? Why? Oh, because of that. You finally did something right. This was a long time ago. I love Xenoblade Chronicles X. I shouldn't have done that. That was crazy. What am I doing? I don't know. What do you guys think? I really don't know. By the way, Andy, you missed the morning show where we were talking about Mistle Games and them coming out with a new game called Time Takers. And this, we looked in a little bit more on this, right? And here it is. We looked a little bit more into Time Takers, and well, I don't know. What do you think?
From across the timescape.
Hi, how you doing? I'm fine. I'm a boss. Get it right. If you don't think
And we were promised to fix our past. I guess that's what we're here to do.
So, yeah, it's a tactical shooter. People have been getting it wrong the entire. They were calling it survival shooter, and I'm like, it's not a survival shooter because it's not Rust or DayZ or 7 Days to Die. This is a tactical shooter, so it's a 3v3v3v3. So four teams of 3 players going against each other basically in an arena, and they use time as a currency. You kill people to get time. You find time just floating out in the middle of nowhere, and you use time to power yourself up. That's what we have here. I'm gonna tell you, this is the most AAA I've ever, like, it's showing gameplay, which is good, but this is the most AAA way that they're showing gameplay. Like, I'm looking at it, see, you're taking, you lose time if you die, you gain time if you defeat somebody, you use time to, power yourself up. I'm pretty sure they have, like, each and every character has different abilities, but they all can use, like, the same guns. Only play Rivals because I love Marvel. That's kind of the main reason. Overwatch is back for a lot of people, though, because Overwatch basically looked at Marvel Rivals and said, yeah, we should probably get our shit straight. Yeah. They looked at, they were like, they're really kicking our ass. Look at them. They're kicking our ass. What do we do? What do we do? Yeah, we gotta change everything. What are they doing? Yeah, well, so they have hero bands. They have different modes. They have characters from a very well-known property. They have a kind of side story, but fun little stories every time they have a different season, so they're keeping up with their lore. They have a lot of people who love Marvel, and they have fun characters with fun abilities, i.e. one of Overwatch character happens to be a flame-based character, and she is basically a fire phoenix, and she does the same revive mechanic as Phoenix from Marvel Rivals. Oh man, that's funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, another game that will probably insta-flop. You say that? I mean, you say that, but like, they're coming out with a beta. So they're at least going to do that. They're coming out with a closed beta. People can sign up for the closed beta. And here's the thing. Highguard didn't put out a beta, so they at least know to put out a beta. For not balanced, big surprise. So seriously, they only put in 5 new heroes, and all the bandwagoners jump on. Well, 5 new heroes is actually quite a bit for them. let's be honest. Overwatch was like, we're putting in 5 new heroes. oh my god, we haven't had a new hero in like a year. so it's like, you know, not balanced though. So wait, dude, the Emma and Magic ripoff are much worse. What do you mean? What do you mean the Emma and Magic ripoff? Oh, actually, oh yeah, Vendetta, I guess would be the Magic ripoff, and I don't know if there's anyone who's an Emma ripoff. Because Emma, oh, is it that woman? What's her name? She puts like a giant shield up, but oh, I know who you're talking about. She's the woman. She's like a high profile businesswoman with like extra arms. I remember her. Yeah. That's kind of blatant. You're right. That's kind of blatant. Because she has kind of like this a similar. Yeah, she has like a similar moveset. She really does have a similar moveset. I mean, it's similar, but like not all the way the same. It's not one for one, but you know, they changed a few things, you know. The image, though, for fuck's sake, they didn't even try. I'm pretty sure they a high profile woman. A high profile woman who has similar beam ability, beam default basic attack, can throw up shields at a distance, although her shields is actually kind of unique, where you can take segments out of the shields. Oh my god, that's funny. And Vendetta is basically magic. You're right about that. Vendetta, but she can throw her sword. She can throw it. She could throw her sword. But oh my goodness. Yeah, no, that is kind of blatant. I would also argue that like there's a couple of unique things, like Jetpack Cat. Jetpack Cat isn't Rocket the Raccoon. Let's be honest. She isn't. She does a taxi thing where she can pick up a character and bring them along, or her ultimate is to slam down into an enemy and drag them along, which I don't. They could still shoot her while she's doing that, which is the weird thing about it. And I'm talking about the guy who's being towed. It's just a cat in a jetpack. It's cute, but seriously. It is cute. It is cute. I'm thinking. Wait a minute. There's another support. Okay, I think it's just those two that are pretty blatant. Oh, wait. Who's that one? There's another DPS. I forgot his name. But he's like half cyborg, or he's half a computer virus. And his ultimate is him flying around, shooting down with laser beams that does something similar to Ultron. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I just realized something. That's a thing. That is a thing. They're damn, Overwatch. Anyway. Yeah, it's up to you whether or not you think that it looks right. You know, time takers, guys. They even have a dev video where they explain the core game features, which is fine. If you do that, that's fine. They're putting out a beta. That's fine. They should do that. Like more games and studios should do that. I'm just saying. It's free to play. I try it. Yeah, if it's free to play, I try it. It's gonna be free. It's gonna be free to play because that's how live service works, man. Plus, this is being made in South Korea. Of course, it's going to be free to play. For me, I'm not gonna try it. I mean, it's one thing for a beta. It's another thing when it comes out as free to play. I don't want to try it because that's when they just implement all the monetization. And I can't do that. I can't risk it. So I stay away from that stuff. But you know that. People here already know that. More into hero shooters with no power-up purchase in the match. I don't like customization. Since I suck, I always hamstring myself with wrong choices. I think you're smart enough to figure out like what feels good to you and what doesn't. Oh god. I want to move away from this page because of stupid ass meme. But yeah, we took a look at that. I had like a very brief argument on Twitter about this very stupid game. It's a dumb argument, but basically the person accused me of thinking that they are thinking that because I'm criticizing it for how it is before any like real gameplay comes out, that I'm what's wrong with gaming. And I'm just like, well, the writing is on the wall, but you tell me, let's talk. And I had like a conversation. Feels good to me, gets me killed. And what feels good to, hey, you know what, Andy, here's a game for you, buddy. Here's a game for you. Here's a game that I think you should be playing, or I think you should look at. It's so PlayStation. It's so PlayStation that it's just an amazing game. It's just an amazing game. Maybe you've caught me playing this, actually. You don't need gameplay to know if a game will flop or isn't for you a lot of the time. That's not exactly true. I can't really go off of like cinematics and say that it's like good or bad. I can look at the cinematics and see like the writings on the wall and joke about how, like, oh yeah, it's just another free to play first person shooter. But to be honest, the only thing that could be fair is like, hey, we need to actually see some gameplay. Right? I always say that. I always need to see some gameplay. I can't really say, oh yeah, this game is actually going to be shit after looking at the cinematics. Not 100%. That's why when Concord came out, I was like, okay, what does the game play? How's the game playing? And people said it was like, it's boring and it's stupid. It sucks. It's another hero shooter. It's unoriginal. It's generic. I was just like, okay, well, there was the gameplay. What I mean by that is even without gameplay, sometimes you can just tell you won't like it. I don't have that. I don't have that thought process. No, I don't. My thought process is, oh, he did an update on the freaking. Oh, he put an arcade cabinet. Oh, it's the leader. Oh, it's the leaderboard. Oh, that's so cool. Why is everybody playing the same frame? They're all playing Sidewinder. That's funny. This is a I'm just going to show briefly what this game is all about. You let go, you do auto attacks, you hold the mouse, and you do that. Okay, so you get what's happening here, right? you know what's happening here. You see it in your face. You see what's happening here. Yes, yes, yes. I honestly rather play Mecha Break again. Mecha Break was fun, actually. I played a lot of Mecha Break, and it's not because somebody asked me to play it. I actually played it on my own, and because it was very Mecha-esque, but it was like, it's so sad that game, man. Do I want attack speed or crit? I'll go for attack speed. I'll make attack speed. Hand of Justice, let's go. do a Mecha Break in case they never really tried to fix the balancing of the game. Yeah, I think that also came down to skill, because there was a lot of mech frames in there in Mecha Break that even I would have to say they needed to do some balancing on. But the thing about that game is that I always found the way. I always found the way only because who was it that I always played as? I was there was always a frame that I was playing as. But I always found a way to try to get bypass that. Too simple for me now. Holy shit, hardcore players have no chill. But holy shit, yeah, they're you're right about that. I'm gonna do physical damage. But yeah, this is the game. Grants a large bonus, but incurs a penalty for each enemy within short range. Reload, gain a damage buff. Look at this. Look at this. I'm mesmerized now. Basically, mecha. This is basically mecha Vampire Survivors, but PlayStation quality. It's a fun game. It's very cheap, by the way. It's fun. Suit that was grossly overpowered, never really got nerfed. All they did is add another of the same type, because they kept saying the issue was apparently that he was the only one in the archetype. Putting another monster out there does not help the game, and I don't know if they were naive about that. I don't know. I'll have to like really check back on that. Even after all the other suits were added, it never fixed how stupidly broken the other one was. I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I would have to actually do some research on that one just to remember what was going on with that. Anyway, now point here is it's so weird what's happening in the gaming industry, and it's kind of odd. After the Highguard incident, and they were outed for working with Tencent, it's so odd. Like, it's so odd to think about the fact that there could be other shell companies or other companies that are being brought up in the indie space that could have major corporate backing, and it's all just a secret. Like, that bothers me a bit. Since it is the hussy of the game industry, they had a little piece of everybody. You could be an indie developer and not work in the same, and not have to work with Tencent, but people who have teamed up with Tencent doesn't mean that they're like bad initially, like, or bad inherently. Like GGG, Grinding Gear Games, Path of Exile 2. I still love Path of Exile 2. I like playing it. Tencent has a little piece of them, you know. Kind of scares me though, now I'm thinking about it. Kind of scares me. I don't know if there's like any other news that we can address or should be addressing. I think the fact that Phil Spencer retiring and being replaced in the way that he is, I think that's something. That's just news, brother. That's just news. And I do want to get into I do in fact want to get into it was just me doing a thing. I want to get into Fellowship to see if that's working now. They did maintenance last night, but I doubt it's going to fix anything. Something is really wrong with me playing Fellowship for some reason, and I don't know why. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So I will be right back. But on the meantime, here is the forum page. Y'all let me know what y'all want to do. But I think I am gonna play some Fellowship. I see like what's going on in there. Ugh. Man. What is happening? Ooh, excuse me. Oh, did you? Ah. Okay. Okay, everybody's doing a thing. Okay. We just Mm, mm, mm. I need some music that actually wake me up. Mm.
Not this one.
Let me search YouTube real quick. Also, what's up? What? Yo, what's up? What's up, Yui? Whoa. So there. Hold on. Let's see. Uh, let me check the playlist here. Whoa. Yeah, the slowdown's not fixed at all. Yeah, the slowdown is not fixed. Holy shit. Let's see. Kill spiderlings. All this does is knock into the enemy. It's kind of funny. I need to kill spiderlings. Why not? Dang, his attacks are slow, bro. Oh. Okay. That's one. I need to take care of 6. Does that always appear when I parry, maybe? We get him out. You now live and have food. I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad to hear that you live. Spiralings are up there. You now live. I say that when I'm back. I now live. Nice.
My spirit holds.
Oh, people are dead. That's a weird saying, but hey, it's amongst your friends. Oh, you did. Okay. Oh, you got chicken. Nice. Nice chicken. There it is. Nice. I wonder if they can make a MMO light, with what? Oh, come on. I don't need. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I gotta turn this one up. Like the treasure in the sunken grotto. Okay. Well, that's all you, healer. Okay, they might be in trouble. Do-do-do. Welcome back, Argus. Oh, she came to help me out. What the heck? Nice. Dun, 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 dun. Mhm. Destroy spider eggs in the Silken Grotto. Asking because I think I ended up being put into the same instance as you earlier. Okay, yeah, you got... That is the question, isn't it? How many eggs going? 10? Oh, God. Yo, this soundtrack's actually pretty good. Is this not a freaking egg? What the fuck? Being a DPS is not the play. Okay. I gotta fight him. I missed that? That's crazy, bro. There it is. You also tried Tariq earlier. Definitely more fun now that Strike isn't empowered auto. I agree. All right, what else do I need to do? I'm actually trying to power up Tariq right now. These are some old video game music. Like this is old. Knife prodders, explore the ruins. They're further in. Never go wrong with the classics. Yeah, these are classics, bro. Alright, what is it that I'm looking for in the ruins? There's a fire starter. I mean, there's the...
Cherry is here, so now Cherry does Cherry things as Cherry waits and watching hoping Sync dies while Cherry continue to be doing Cherry things. All bow before Cherry and give blood to the blood god.
Hi, Cherry. Hi. Do we need to give any sort of sacrifice to the blood gods? We don't need to do all that. Right? Is the blood god's favorite flower? Oh no. We don't need to do anything with blood for the blood gods, right? Need more blood lilies. Do 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 do. The hell? What the hell? What is happening? Oh my god!
It is time, Cherry says, time to offer the blood of our enemies to the blood god. Let's feast on their suffering and their cries for release as we deny it to them.
This guy ran through the entire camp and brought it all the way over to me. Causing me a lot of trouble here. I'm gonna finish this job. There we go. Who told me that I could guess? I have to guess. When it comes to you, Cherry, I have to guess with everything. Oh. Just had a lag spike in the goblin camp. To be honest, I mean, you know me, I have my own lag spikes going on here. I only killed 2? That's not right. You survived, though. Okay, good. Do 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 do. He did. Okay. So I'm guessing what happened is that it gets shuffled. It changes your region. If you're a different one, end up in the spot where you server was before. Oh, you got a different region again? Apparently, the server list gets shuffled every time we open the game. Why? That doesn't. Why? Yeah, our friend code's is in the Discord. Kill 4 grizzled bears. Nice. Need to check if my sister called me real quick. Which is a no. Yeah, Indie Observer. He just rammed right into me. Like, what the fuck? Stop getting closer. Go away. Go away, bear. He's gonna steal my food. Oh, well, look at that. That's weird. Da 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Well, Persona was gonna show up either other way, right? Dun, dun, dun. Nice. Spicy beef ramen? Now, about that, I like beef ramen. I don't know about the spicy part. Probably explains a lot of things. I need frenzied scavengers. Yeah, I use... There's like a cookbook out there, and I don't know where it is, but there's a cookbook called 1,000 Ways to Cook Ramen. Dr. Respect, that's funny. You could have all that. Dr. Respect. Guys, it's Dr. Respect. It's Dr. Respect. Wasn't he the one who... Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of a shame too, cause like his name, compared to like his name, he did kind of like what's the word? He basically he had a lot of respect in the community, and just like that's all gone now, unfortunately. Chop them down to size. Calm down the frenzy. I think the missing merchant is that guy over there, right? From orcs? I truly don't see the orcs. Do we have orcs? Are they up here? Those are goblins. Where are the orcs? Oh, the orcs are up here, right? I hope I'm right about this. Yeah. Or maybe I was wrong. No, I was right. Eat the orcs? I heard orc meat tastes good this time of season. My weapon ability is actually pretty op. It accelerates my cooldown. Like it accelerates it so that there we go. Oh wow, so it just keeps going and going, right? $29? Was this Mega Man? Let me see. This is 45. It is! It's Mega Man and bass. Honestly, my favorite song out of Mega Man and bass, if I were to look it up, because I don't think it's in Spotify. I'll check and see if it's in Spotify. It's not in Spotify. Wow, look at all those people buying skins. The red flags were everywhere. Wait. Okay, that's Nephis. I don't know why, but this was the #1 song for me. And it's the first stage. Of course, of course. Slow down. That's all I want from you, game, is to slow the fuck down. The guitar covers of the game, I'm not for Mega Man and bass, there's like only a few. I mean, I'll check it out. It's just that for Mega Man specifically, I think his songs reverbs just the way it is with the instruments that they have. I forgot what it was called. God, I forgot what it was called. Hold on. But yeah, no, I'll check it out. Love it. Anyway. I was about to go shirtless. You don't want to see me shirtless. Even I know. Even I know not to go shirtless. It's not a good view. I'll tell you that for sure. So it turns out you could just go to like instant blue gear here. I'd have to farm a ton. And I'm frozen again. Of course I am. Should I just go green gear, maybe? Go green gear first and then go up the chart. Game, stop freezing! What is your deal, you stupid game, bro? Ugh, I hate this. Causing me a headache, bro. Because you're a masochist, you're meant to take them hits. This is a DPS. I'm not a masochist right now. What are you talking about, Cherry? Stop it. Stop it. I don't have all of my abilities on Tariq. And I could spend all day over there, but you only get like one supply at a time. Why we have no music channel? True. I should make a music channel. Oh my god. What reward am I? You know what? I mean, we could start small here. Or I could wait. Oh, green, then work your way up. I could just wait, honestly. I'm in the rank of champions now. Well, not really. I still need to get a few more purples.
Sync be too big of a mosaicist for Cherry to stop saying it. Why else would someone choose to take hits as a tank if they don't like the sweet pain of being whacked?
Okay, so being whacked means I die. And I don't like dying. Just saying, I don't like dying. Oh, you know what? Because I know DPS will... I mean, you have a point there, but you know what I'm gonna do? Because it's so fast to go through all this, right? I could start with the green gear, so you do make a point with that, but it's still very costly. What I'm going to do... Why not? Why not start? Because it's 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3. So 5, 10, 15, 24. So that's 24 altogether. We'll start from the bottom. Let's experience Tariq in all his glory. Relic and ring, so I need a ring and a shiny rock. Oh, there it goes. Come on, game. Stop being a dick. Thank you. Game, please stop being such a jackass. I don't know if this is fun. This doesn't seem like fun to me. This seems like the game wants to be a jerk. I'm pretty sure it's a memory leak issue. I don't know why it's only happening to me though. Because this happens off stream as well, so I don't know what it is. Oh, it's Everdawn. Well, I can't do it while in combat. He died. Okay, they got it. Alright, well, this is your standard tank. Your healer is not Aona? Yeah, well... Nice. Dun, 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 dun. We'd still have a rando, very much for sure, yep. Let me go let me go handle myself, man, first. Right. Okay, I went back up to 4. Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Got some talents here. Critical strike, 30% of damage dealt is also dealt to enemies near your target. Reduced by 5 targets. Okay. Face breaker. Okay. Okay. Attack speed goes up. A free chain lightning, huh? There's only 10% though, but this is guaranteed. Oh, deals critical strike when it does a critical strike. That's if it procs. I'll go with attack speed. Should take a few seconds. You're also trying to gear up Xavian? I think they need more dungeons, dude. We need like 12 dungeons. I'm just saying. We need like 12 dungeons. I hope they're like working on optimization and dungeons. Bear. And he went back for that guy. Messed up. Is he okay? So he's just here. Doot. Need 3,000 dungeons. That would be scary. I would love it though. I'm not gonna lie. Why? That's the point. Okay. Holy crap. I got stabbed in the back. Ah, son of a gun. I got stabbed in the back like 1,000 times. I got my spin to win. Let's go! Look, it's another TTV guy. I missed my chance. Da 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 da. Da da da. Oh, messed up there then. Well, that's nice. Reduce damage. Okay, for 4 seconds. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Are you just pulling them over? Is he doing it here? Is he going further? I didn't mean to do that. You did it too early. Oh man, I messed up. Got the penalty for it. Fuck. Do, 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 do. I did completely forget about that, didn't I? Thanks for changing that. I thought it was on the whole entire time. Bum 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 bum. Let me see. You're doing Contender 7 now, so you're actually already in Ransack. Yeah, I'm not there yet. 8 supplies. Them bones. That's kind of funny. Wait, what? I just saw something weird. Ugh. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I got pushed off the damn bridge. That's not fair. Uh. Oh, okay. Is this arms? Yeesh. All right. Looks like it's about that time. I have to leave to go pick up my sister. In fact, I'm a little late. Yeah, I'm a little late. Son of a biscuit. Ugh. Still no deaths, Sag? No, I died. You weren't paying attention. I'll show you. I'll show you. Because, you missed it. Wait, why is that off? I can't go back. I can't show you because apparently the YouTube stream went down. Yeah, the YouTube stream went down. How's this still going then? Yeah, but yeah, you missed you missed the best death you'll ever see today. Here, let me show you. You actually did miss it. Here it is. Maybe you can't see it so much, but
No!
I got booped. I got booped. I got booped right off.
No!
Let's get that in full screen here. Leave to go. That's not fair. I was doing all right. I was doing just fine. And then all of a sudden, while I was fighting, I was racking up that damage, right?
No!
Are you kidding me? Yeah, I was taken out like a rat in a trap. Foolish Wrath. Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, I gotta go. Guess I'll be playing this on my own time. I'll see y'all later. Bye now.